Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Mocking Ariana3 and filming this is a bit odd because I've got an earphone in and it's a noise cancelling. Oh, that was weird. Hello. Yes, today me and my good friend Myles Dobson are going to be filming a video together. We've got 2 minutes until we're due to film, so I'm just waiting for him to join the call basically. And I'm going to be asking, I'm going to be asking him some questions that you might be too afraid to ask him. I'm going to get to the bottom of him as a person. But yeah, we're just gonna have a chat. I'm gonna ask some questions that you guys have submitted, and yeah, it should be an entertaining video. And then on Myles' channel, we're going to be doing the same thing, but he's gonna be asking me questions. So if you want a Q&A where I answer questions, go watch the video on Myles' channel because this one is the Myles Q&A. I hope you enjoy. Also, please excuse the fact that I'm wearing a Halloween jumper. I was wearing a non-seasonal top, but then I saw this.
All right, should we clap again?
Clap again?
Let's clap again. 1, 2, 3. There, I clapped.
Perfect. So did I.
Yay!
Well, hello, Myles. How are you?
Wait, are you not doing your hi? Oh, okay, I'm gonna do it. Hi everyone.
I already did.
Welcome to. You already did it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did a bit before because I explained that I'm wearing a Halloween jumper because it's cozy.
I was gonna ask.
Can you see it?
I can see it. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How was your Christmas?
Happy New Year, everyone. It was good actually, and I'm not much of a Christmassy person.
Yeah,
and I actually
same.
enjoyed it for once.
Same.
Which
Yeah.
was, maybe there's just something in the air.
It's 2023. Everyone's just like, yeah, okay. Let's just try it for once.
Let's actually have a good year this year.
Yeah.
Although I did enjoy 2022. I think that's been one of my best years, personally. So it's just a good year all round for me.
Yeah. Love it.
I'm happy.
Um,
Right, well, are we doing my video first or yours?
Let's do yours first.
Well, hello everybody. As you know, we're going to be asking Myles some questions today. We're going to be diving in and getting to know a bit more about him. It's a Q&A, but I'm going to be doing the Q's and Myles is doing the A's.
Yeah, I'm excited. I don't usually get good questions. When I ask people to ask me questions, it's almost entirely when is this next episode coming out or when is the next season coming out. So, having someone filter those out would be great. Thanks.
I did ban any questions about season 9, and there's a good range of questions. I was really impressed. There was even some, and I messaged them. I was like, thank you so much for this question because this is like so different. So
yay! Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so I asked on Instagram and also my YouTube page. So which ones do you want to go for first?
Oh god, there's different pages?
Well, I just asked in the two mediums in case people didn't have Instagram.
Oh, all right.
And they still wanted to be involved.
Let's do. We're on YouTube, and I want to be on YouTube. Merch plug. So then let's do it. Yeah, let's do YouTube first.
Plug the merch. Okay. Well, we obviously had a lot of TNS questions. Maybe we should introduce you first in case no one knows who you are.
Oh God.
This is Myles. Do you want to introduce
yourself? Are they going to be clicking on the video if they don't know who I am?
They might just click on for me.
Oh, fair point. They only watched my video with you in it for you anyway. That's a fair point.
Of course. No, they probably recognise you as Nick, but this is Myles Dobson.
Hi,
Myles_Dobson on all socials.
I'm Myles_Dobson, and I play Nick on The Next Step, seasons 7 and 8.
Yes, he does indeed.
I'm also that one guy that shows up in those episodes of random TV shows that film in Canada for like 30 seconds.
What was your personal opinion on how you wanted to play Nick in season 8 in terms of the character progression? What did you want to be different from season 7 for Nick?
I wanted him to be a bit more confident.
Yeah, me too.
And at the end, the last scene of season 7 was a Nick scene was him saying that Emily's taught him enough to probably know what to do. So I think it was. I wanted him to have a bit more confidence when it came to the dance part and the running of the troops, but I also didn't want to lose like the kind of flustered, headless chicken nature of him.
So he didn't have a complete personality overhaul.
No,
but
exactly. You don't want him to be a
growth.
completely different person. You want him to have that kind of thing. They gave him the baking aspect, which was quite fun to do. I'm also not very good at baking, so that was really great
Well, that links into a question I've got later, actually.
Yeah.
Like,
Really?
well, you can ask it now. Like,
Go for
what
it, yeah.
similarities and differences
Yeah.
do you have to Nick?
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not. To be honest, I'm getting better at baking. I made Yorkshire puddings for the first time this Christmas. I was very proud of myself, and they were great.
Are Yorkshire puddings in Canada, or do you only know them because you're English? Do they even have Sunday dinners in Canada?
No,
Like,
they don't do Sunday dinners. They don't do Sunday roasts. It's an English thing.
You're a trendsetter.
I know. I can't
Everyone's
make
gonna
them
think that
vegan
they're
yet,
from
though.
you.
I'm sorry.
Like, you invented
Yeah, I
them.
know. Yeah.
In 10 years' time, where did you
That's
discover
it.
this recipe?
Yeah, this Toronto chef who introduced English cuisine to
Yeah.
the restaurant scene. But I didn't make them vegan, and I need to make them vegan. That's the one thing
They're
that I
hard,
can't.
though. I think that's the
'Cause they
one
got,
thing that
like,
people
4
haven't really
eggs in 'em.
mastered.
That's
Yeah.
the difficult part.
Like, you can't even really buy them
Yeah.
in any shops or anything because
No.
they're just difficult
No.
to make.
Anyway, well,
We've
you know,
diverted.
you can
Now
buy-
we're talking about Yorkshire
I know.
puddings.
Anyway, I'm not good at baking. Nick is getting better. Well, Nick and I are the same in that we can't do like icing and stuff like that. And I did get into baking at the beginning of the pandemic. I made a lot of bread.
Oh,
But-
did you know I never made bread during the phase of
It's
banana
pretty
bread and everything?
easy. As
Never
long as you have
tried
as
it.
long as you have like the right equipment, it's pretty easy. Or get a bread maker. It's quite good. It's
Well,
nice.
yeah,
to
that'd
have
take the
fresh
hassle
bread.
out of it then.
Yeah, bread maker's great. You just do it. You set it up overnight, and then you set the timer, and then you wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning to go to work or whatever, and there's a fresh loaf ready to go. It's lovely.
Wow.
I know.
You're an inspiration, Myles,
Isn't he
honestly.
just?
Yorkshire puddings, bread.
Yorkshire puddings, beef Wellington as well. I make that usually every Christmas.
Oh.
I know.
Go off.
I know.
See, you can bake, you can cook even. Give
Yes,
yourself more credit, bro.
Queen. No, all right, let's move on. All right, next question, please. Next question.
Okay, someone has asked whether you've watched my reactions to season 8 and what you think about my opinions on Nick.
I mean, I comment on your videos all the time, so come on, fake
Yeah,
fan
you
not
do.
reading
You're
the
a good
comments.
egg.
Also, read the comments of Alicia's videos, please. You're not commenting on the videos if you're not seeing my comments. I love them. Your videos are the reason why I knew half of anything about the show.
I'm an educator.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of your opinions on season 8, you're entitled to them. Like people that say that it's great.
Yeah.
I think that there were people. I did see a couple of people get upset in the comments and saying that you were just being negative for the sake of being negative, or because you weren't in the second half of the season, which I think is hilarious.
I didn't enjoy 8B because I wasn't in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I'm very similar with Doctor Who. And I think people don't understand the difference between being passionate about something and being negative for the sake of negativity. And it's not the same thing. Alicia has built her career off of the next step and is
True that.
and is obsessed with the next step, and so she knows what she wants. The best for the show is what it is. Criticism does not equal being a troll or hating, because Alicia's critique is constructive. It's like, this doesn't make sense because X, Y, and Z, and there are reasons for that, and whatever. But like, the critique of it is not hate. It's constructive criticism, and I don't think constructive criticism is ever a bad thing, really.
No.
So I take no issue with it at all, really. And also, if I got upset that you didn't like season 8 for whatever reason, I wouldn't be. I don't think it would be, or it would be hypocritical of me to take your positive critique.
That you can't take one part of it. And
I can't be
ignore
like
the...
you can't be only listening to the good stuff and then getting upset about the bad stuff. It's because you just can't, because that you end up then being a worse creator that way. So
Very
you either
true.
ignore all of it or you listen to all of it, in my opinion.
So if you don't like it, just ignore it. Just block me, basically.
Yeah. You don't have to watch Alicia's videos if it upsets you.
Yeah.
If it upsets you, you don't have to listen to it. And you can disagree, but also enjoy that she's as passionate as she is. So yeah, that's my position.
On season 8 and Not About Me, what was your favourite scene to film in season 8? Did you have one in particular?
Ooh.
Because now I've finished it now, so you can say if
Yeah.
it's any closer to the end.
I like, and this is going to sound so ridiculous, but like filming with you was the best scene of the show.
Aww.
And not just because of you, but because Rob wrote it, right?
Rob wrote, yeah.
Rob is, he's a great person, and I was really excited to have that scene, to do that promo.
Yeah, they were written very well in character, but also
I was really excited by that scene and the dialogue and stuff, and being able to like, especially like some of the lines in the delivery were great, and so yeah, I think that was that one. And then for the answer that people are going to say is not a cop out, probably the scene where Daisy and Carter are in my office.
Oh yeah, and she's
confronting him. We did about 4 takes of that, but I just got to be there and watch Carter and Daisy work. Yeah. And they both brought it, and then like in between takes, I like they were talking to me about the scene because I was like right in it with them, and so I was able to like be part of it and help them like work on that scene.
Yeah.
And it just felt kind of good to be like a collaborator and consulted on that scene, but also like be able to observe it a little bit more. So that was a really fun scene.
That's a very good answer.
Yeah. Thanks.
You said that it wasn't sarcastic, I promise.
No, I get it.
What in life has made you feel the most fulfilled?
Most fulfilled?
Yes, in your entire life.
Oh my god, that's such a difficult question. That's a really good question.
I told you there's a good range of...
Yeah.
What about like moving to Canada?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean...
'Cause that's a big thing to do.
Yeah, moving to Canada was definitely like an achievement for me because it is a difficult thing. But in terms of like creative fulfillment, probably the Twitch channel, just because I've been able to like grow it to the place that, and and seeing it now, because this is the set that I have for my Twitch channel, and like seeing it go from the first stream, I think I have the first stream I ever did saved somewhere, and it's bloody awful. And so seeing that is quite fulfilling, and like having merch and having channel memes and having like
you've like built your own little community.
Yeah. That's really fulfilling, and I'm good at it, ish.
Yeah, no, you are good at it.
Thank you. So that I would say that's the most fulfilling thing. But then like also just like being able to act and going into set and film, and as frustrating as it can be sometimes, it's still being paid to act, which is like what I've always wanted to do.
And do what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, linked to Twitch, how have you mastered being the most consistent Twitch streamer of all time?
Oh god, that's from Emma D or something, isn't it? I am not consistent with my streaming, and this is making fun of the fact that I'm not consistent with my channel, and I'm sorry. I'm trying to get better. Consistency is so hard with content creation in every platform. Yeah. It's so difficult because
I imagine especially being live, because it's exhausting.
Yeah,
being live
absolutely.
For hours. So.
Absolutely, it's a job. It's definitely a job, and I don't know how people do 8 hours or 12-hour streams, because I do 4 and I'm wrecked. So I think when lockdown happened, it was easier to be more consistent because I had nothing else to do, and it added a level of like regularity to my day. But
yeah, I agree, because when you used to stream, I used to look forward to it.
Yeah,
every
yeah.
point of the day.
But like now, everyone has a life again now.
Yeah.
and like jobs that they have to go to, so it's difficult to like be able to consistently stream when I don't. And I think if I was a full-time streamer, if I had the audience support that allowed me to make a full-time job of it, then consistency would be a lot better, I think.
Yeah.
It's a part-time thing for me, so it's difficult. And I'm doing once a week right now, and that's okay. I'm able to do that, give or take. But other than that, I don't know. It's really tricky.
But with your fulfillment question, you said, well, I said about moving to Canada, but what are the top 3 things you miss about living in the UK? And I bet I can guess one of them.
Okay.
Quavers.
Quavers! Oh, yeah. I got Quavers for my birthday last year.
That's what I thought of
Yeah.
when I saw the question.
It was so good. Next is going to be Skips. I haven't had Skips in years.
Oh,
God, I love Skips. All right. I mean, first off is family, because, you know, that's a given.
yeah,
right?
maybe don't put family above Quavers.
No,
and Skips.
no. Quavers and Skips are like the superfluous
Below
answer.
them. I mean,
yeah,
not
yeah,
above.
yeah. So I'd say family. Probably the architecture of London and Manchester and places like that. You don't have really old buildings here because the country's only 500 years old, Canada.
That's not very old, is it?
It's not very old, no, I know. So they don't have the same kind of level of...
We're in year 2020.
I know!
3 even.
I know!
23. I'm 3 years in the past. That's not old. Wow.
I know, it's only 500 years old, Canada. So you know, the a lot of the old stuff is natural. You know, Niagara Falls and things like that.
Yeah.
So I do miss like the history and the architecture and things like that. And then I guess probably, yeah, that's about it, to be honest.
Well, that's 3 things. Family.
There you go. Family,
Quavers
and
architecture.
Skips.
Oh, I was going to say architecture for the third
Architecture.
one.
Yeah. No, well,
We'll group
family is
Skips and
first.
Quavers
Family's
together.
first. Family's first. Quavers, Skips, and then architecture, and that's it.
There you
That's
go.
it.
That's the response you wanted for that
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, I don't miss anything else really. England's terrible.
I disagree. But
Yeah,
we'll
well, fine.
continue.
Agree to disagree. All right, what's up?
Right. What was the audition process like for getting the part of Nick?
Yeah, I've talked about this before. I think I answered this on my Q&A
I think
video.
you have, yeah.
But
You can plug it. You can plug it.
Oh yeah, it's on my
The
Q&A video, which I filmed 4 years ago now, and I look so ridiculous. They had me come in for the audition. It was at the dance studio that they practice for the show, and I was surrounded by a bunch of young dancers who were all getting ready for group dance auditions, and then 3 random guys and me reading for this part of Nick, and I had the typical TNS script, which was like, Emily is in her office and she's upset, and then Nick comes in and tries to convince her to come out and have cake. So that scene where she's like, no, cake is awful, I hate cake, that was my audition scene.
That's cute.
And so then I go in, and they have this very long table with half the execs, you know, Jan and Rachel and Karen were there. This is for season 7. And then, you know, some of the writers, and then Alex Beaton was there, and so she did that scene with all of us. And then I was the one that they picked. Really?
Congratulations.
Thank
and the
you.
rest is history.
Well, yeah, and also, like, I kind of knew that I got the part when I did the audition, because someone, like, we did the scene, and, like, someone went, oh, yeah. And I think what it was is, like, someone else had said to them, like, you'll see when we have the right person, when, like, when the scene comes alive.
Aww.
And so me and Beaton had great chemistry, and so like we were able to run that scene really well, and they just liked my take. Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely. Well,
Yeah.
relating to that, was there ever a discussion about using a fake Canadian accent, or were you always meant to be English?
No, they always wanted him to be English, but they did have Canadians coming in with a British accent. They had a couple of
Did
Canadians.
you hear any
in.
of their accents, or?
No, but I have
Were they bad?
I've heard people doing British accents in audition rooms here.
And they're not good.
Well, they're all posh. That's the thing.
Oh,
is
yeah.
That they're all
Like, they wouldn't be able to do like a regional
No.
accent, like Manchester.
No, but to be fair, in Canada, they don't understand that there are different accents in England. They don't. Like, I go for auditions at Ubisoft, and they say British, which, like...
Well, yeah, I said
what does that
just,
mean?
There isn't a British accent.
No, exactly. What does that mean? And so then I'll do a regional accent, and then I'll lose the part to some other person, and that person will be sounding like Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
So,
Are there
yeah.
regional accents in Canada?
Yeah, but
Or are they all the same?
not in Ontario. There's like there's a regional accent from like outside Ontario, and there's a regional accent for like the Maritimes, and then there's the Toronto accent, and then that's about it, really. Yeah, it's pretty.
I didn't really hear any
flat.
accents when I was there. Everyone was just Canadian to me. So maybe they just can't hear it.
No,
we all just sound the
you'd
same.
hear it if you heard them, because people from the Maritimes sound Irish to me.
Does it ever feel like you aren't taken seriously as an actor because you're in a children's show rather than an adult show or something that's more universal?
I don't know about seriously, but the next step doesn't, like, the phone is not ringing off the hook because I'm on the next step.
Yeah.
I think that in England, as popular as the show is in England, CBBC is not what it used to be in terms of being a tentpole of the British.
Yeah, because there's so many competitors now.
Right,
That's why
but
it's
and
not just
also
the
you're
one
not on
channel
terrestrial anymore. You know, you're just on cable, or on Freeview, right?
Does that mean?
So you're
I don't know.
you're not on BBC One. You're on the CBBC channel.
Oh right, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we're on Freeview.
Right.
Yeah.
So you know, my godmum was on Blue Peter, and when she was on Blue Peter, being on Blue Peter has created a career that she still has now to this day.
Yeah.
Right. But like, being on CBBC, the network, the audience is a lot smaller now than it used to be, and so the career opportunities depend on the people that watch CBBC. And that's nothing against CBBC. It's just the nature of the way that television has changed.
Yeah, if you're on a bigger channel, you'll get seen by more people.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, that's a given, right? So I don't right now. I don't think that. Like, I don't get stopped in the street. I think a lot of people that follow me think that because they're fans of The Next Step, that people are going to stop me in the street and be like, "Oh my God, you're that guy that flaps his arms around."
I feel like you might hear if you were.
I don't know if I would. You know, I don't think I would.
I got stopped the other day.
Did you?
For the first time.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. So I reckon you would.
Yeah, but you got a bigger following than me.
But no, but you're in both seasons of The Next Step and not just a half of a season.
I guess.
And, like, to be fair, I don't know what they recognised me from. I think it was. I don't know if it was.
To be honest, it was probably CBBC.
Yeah.
But I went to the tour in 2019, and before my character had been announced. I could just say that I was on the show, but I couldn't announce what my character was.
Ah.
And,
oh yeah. I remember that.
And I only got one person come up to me. I was in the audience, and when only one person came up to me and was like, "Can I have a selfie?" And that was it.
But that's because they didn't know who you were.
Yeah, but I'd been announced. It's
But
just
to be fair, I didn't really know who you were until you commented on my video, and I was like, "Oh, it's that guy, the studio head
right.
guy."
Yeah, I know. I think it was very funny. I remember your video where you were like, so that I woke up and then with this, and I'm like, oh, who's this Myles Dobson then? And then I looked him.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were.
I know. Well,
But then I was like,
no one still
"Oh."
does, Alicia. Let's be fair.
They do. They do.
I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's. I don't think it's doing my career any favors, but I don't think it's making it worse. You
Yeah.
know?
Well, that's not bad.
But hey, if you're watching this and you want to cast me in something, my door is always open.
Always. There's a large draft coming into that room. If you could change Nick's name, what would it be?
I got the same question for you. I bet someone asked the same question twice.
Oh, maybe.
Something a little bit more English. Something a bit more like.
Nick. Yeah, actually, I don't think I know it. Oh no, I know a Nick.
I know.
So-
I know two English Nicks. One's Nicky and one is Nick. I would go with Andrew.
Are you a Richozzy fan or not? If you are, convince Alicia in 10 seconds why she should be one.
Am I a Richozzy fan? I'm indifferent to Richozzy.
That's
Is
a
what I
safe
would say.
thing to say.
No,
to be
I'm
honest.
indifferent. I'm more of like a Clued fan.
That's fair. I mean, you can be a fan of both,
I could.
but you're not.
I'm indifferent. I don't care, is what I would say. I don't care.
You don't care.
And it's nothing against people that like it, and nothing against the people who write it, or the people. You know, I got to be careful because they could just deport Nick for season 9. But
Nick's visas ran out.
Nick's-
He's
oh,
got to
yeah.
go back.
yeah, it'll just be like Izzy just in a talking head. Nick got deported, so Kenzie's running the studio now. We don't quite know what to do, and that'll be the entire of season 9. Yeah. No, I don't care about Richozzy really. I'm much more invested in Clued.
Okay, when did you discover Mockingjariana 3?
I
I don't know if I
I
know the answer
think
to that, actually.
I don't. I think it was after I booked it. I started watching as much stuff that was on YouTube as possible.
Research.
Yeah. Because I needed to just kind of know what I was getting into, really. And I didn't have a way to watch the show because season 6
Yeah.
wasn't on Netflix at the time in Canada. I forget how. Anyway, I couldn't find it, so I just looked at stuff on YouTube that was available, and like your channel was like the second or first result that came up. So that's it. Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So, Myles is as good as he is at being Nick because of me.
Exactly. Exactly.
That's
I
right.
owe you my
I take
career.
full credit. Yes, you do. And I owe you mine also. So-
Yay! Friendship.
So with season 8, who is one B trooper? I've moved to Instagram questions now, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Who is one B trooper you think should have made the Nationals team but didn't?
I think Tap would have been good at Nationals.
Don't make me cry. My heart breaks.
I think Tap would have been really good at Nationals. So yeah, I'm gonna say Winnie probably.
Winnie, we miss you.
Winnie.
Winnie deserved better. Hashtag Winnie deserves better.
It's difficult because I liked those were my, we all started at the same time, so I feel
Yeah.
like I didn't want any of them to leave really.
B troop is your troop.
Yeah. So I feel like I didn't really want them to be cut. I can't pick
You
one.
keep
really.
all of them.
Yeah, I mean,
All of
Winnie
them.
would be my go-to, I think, because I think I would, especially because we had so many scenes in season 7.
Yeah, there's potential there for series 8.
Yeah. So
develop
I'd say that really.
Did you ever get told off for being on your phone and vlogging while you're on set?
No, No, because
They liked it.
I figured out like when was appropriate. I did get told off by sound though, because for my first few vlogs I used this wireless. Where is it? I have this wireless mic thing, which I've now lost. And they were like, if that's a wireless mic, you can't have it on set because it might interfere with our wireless mics. So they did have a go at me for that. So then I had to move away from using that, and it was kind of cumbersome to keep faffing about with it.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, because I think I just kind of knew when was a good time to use it, which is difficult because sometimes like I don't want to. There's stuff that I could have filmed that I didn't because I didn't feel it was appropriate. Which is why
I get what you mean.
Which is why you need someone whose job it is to film this stuff, so that you go out and then you don't have to rely on cast members who might not be there on set every day, or those kind of things. So. And I apologize that the vlog is taking a long time. I get in my head about
follow
it.
up
Shut up!
When's the next vlog?
Soon. It's coming soon. And then it's just I'm a perfectionist, and it's getting in the way, and then it ends up never being good enough. And if you
regardless of when it comes out, people will be interested in seeing it.
Hey, if nothing else, it just means that you'll have stuff to watch about season 8 going on until we get a season 9. Like, what do you want? Like, it's fine.
Exactly.
Shut up.
Very, very true. Okay. 2 options for you here.
Okay.
Season 7 or season 8? What's your favourite?
I think season 7. Oh, favourite?
Yep. Why did you say season 7 so quick?
Well, just because it was my first season.
Oh, so that means more to you.
Yeah. Season 7 means more to me because it was my first season, and it was very nerve-wracking, and it was so like overwhelming and exciting and stuff like that. But season 8 was fun as well. I'm gonna say season 7 is my favorite because I think I got to. Because they were introducing my character, I had more scenes for them to really go into how ridiculous Nick is.
If Twitch brought back Twitch Sings or an alternative, would you do a monthly singing stream?
Monthly? No.
Monthly.
I would not do monthly. Please don't. I don't think you're going to be able to find it. I think the clip's gone down. But please do not put.
Someone will find it. If I ask for it, someone will find
please
it.
Don't. Yeah, no, I it was fun doing it, but it was a bit of a broken system, so I don't know if I would ever do it again. But yeah, it's something I'm not super confident in singing, so I only
you
really
weren't
do.
awful.
Oh, thanks.
No one was
wasn't
saying,
awful.
"Don't do this again."
Right. Yeah. It was okay. It was alright, and I can carry a note, and then that was a way of getting people excited about stream, and that was fine. But no, I would not do a monthly singing stream. God, that would be appalling.
That's the next dono goal.
Oh yeah, that's the next one. All right, if you say so.
Okay. This question: why is Connie your favourite cast member you have ever worked with? And in brackets, this is Connie, by the way. It's from Connie.
Oh God, she's wonderful.
She is great. She's a legend.
God, I am so jealous and envious of her talent. The sheer improv genius that she is.
She's so good at it.
Such a talent. And God, she just listened to me rant about stuff, and she was just great. She's just a great person, and she is my favorite cast member, and I want her to come back and be trying to buy the studio out or something, and just be
so you get scenes together.
Just so I get scenes with Connie where the I don't know, I'm not gonna say the plot, but I'd love it if I could have as many scenes as possible with her, because she's a wonderful actor, and I'm so happy that I got to spend more time with her this season, because I barely got to see her in season 7.
Yeah. Because she was only there for Dance Mania.
Yeah, we still have to go out for coffee, Connie. Come on. All right, that's it. That's it. Yeah, go follow her if you don't already, because she's great.
Yes. Connie plays Maria, by the way, in
Yeah.
the next step.
Yeah.
There you go.
Maria.
What? Let me say it again.
Oh yeah.
What's your favourite Doctor Who monster / alien?
Ooh. Oh God, anything by Moffat, really. Oh no, that's not true. He's written some dumb ones. Probably. I mean, if you're wanting the safe answer, the Weeping Angels.
Okay.
But I really. Vashta Nerada was a really cool concept. The dust in sunbeams that eats you. That's really cool. I really liked the midnight creature, whatever it is that took over that girl on the bus. I'm very much like the more creepy monsters than I am like the more kind of Dalek or Cyberman or those kind of things.
I think Cybermen are quite creepy.
Do you?
They're quite scary. The fact that they've got souls in them, basically.
I think it's kind of like been. No, I get what you mean, but I think it's kind of been like downplayed a bit, and they've been turned into stormtroopers now a little bit. They need to be made a little bit more. The threat of them needs to be dialed up a little bit more, I think.
I really like the Jadoon.
The Jadoon! Love a rhino. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're fun. They're fun.
Like
Out of space
I
thugs.
like the fun ones.
Yeah. No, I love and I love the character design. It's great. Yeah, but Vashta Nerada is probably the most memorable for me, and then the safe answer is the Weeping Angels, which God in Chibnall's era looks so bad. All right, and I can talk about Doctor Who forever. Let's move on.
Moving on.
Yeah.
What's your favourite British sitcom, bestie? That's the question.
Coupling. Coupling.
What did you say? Toupling?
Coupling.
Coupling.
Yes.
Like a couple.
Coupling.
What's that about? Is that old?
It's literally Friends, but for the UK.
Right.
It's the best thing. Best thing I can
I
explain.
also haven't watched Friends, so.
It hasn't aged well. Friends hasn't aged well. Coupling probably hasn't aged well either. I haven't watched it in a decade, but it was my favorite one. And then growing up, British sitcom? Yeah. Coupling. Yeah. I don't like most British sitcoms, to be honest.
You should watch Motherland. That's really good.
Oh, I haven't heard of it. Because I haven't been in England for so long.
Well, it's on Netflix for UK, but I don't know if it's on Netflix for Canada. But if you can find it,
I'll have a look.
Watch it, because it's good. I like it.
Okay.
It's a comedy too.
All right. Yeah. I'll look it up.
What was your first thought when you stepped into Studio A? Because I think this would be different for you.
It was weird. No, it was weird. It was a weird moment because Amy Wright was showing me and Maddie and a couple of other people at Studio A, and then also Emily, who does the behind the scenes and is now an editor for the show, was also filming me, and I was not prepared to be filmed at that moment.
I feel like our experiences are the same.
Yeah. So it was really overwhelming, and I was like, what? And also, I'd never watched the show, so like I think they were expecting some kind of like, wow, kind of thing, and I'm like, this is a room. What am I doing here? Like, why are you making a video of me like walking into a room?
With TNS, who is your least favourite character? Let's see who he is hating on.
Oh God, they said the same thing to you. God,
it's a tough one to answer.
Hating a character is really tough.
Okay, let's not say hate, but dislike.
I haven't seen all of season 8 yet, so I can't like.
Don't leave spoilers for Myles in the comments. He hasn't watched it yet.
Yeah,
he doesn't know how it ends.
What happens? I would say from just for season 7 and 8, I would say probably Ozzy.
Okay.
And I think I would say Ozzy because in season 7, he still had that kind of pining for Rochelle thing going on in that kind of unhealthy way. And then in season 8, he was just oblivious to everything. Which is just like...
The mole was stood right next to him.
Yeah, that's it, I think. And also he was really dumb in season 7, and then he wasn't dumb in season 8, but then he was, but then he wasn't. And it's just like, pick a lane, is what I would say. Either he's really dumb, either he's the new Finn, or he's not. Like, fit into an archetype. I think that's what it is that he didn't fit into an archetype well enough for me. And that's why
That's a fair answer.
Me. Yeah.
Well, I'm not an Aussie fan, and that's not news to anybody. So, for similar reasons, really.
Yeah.
Okay, I've only got 2 questions left.
Okay, great.
But who is your least favourite Doctor, and why?
God, this is gonna be an hour. I'm just gonna go from 9 to 13. I'm not gonna go from like 1 to 8. 1 to 8 have their own problems, but 9 to 13 is gonna be Jodie Whittaker. Yeah, Jodie Whittaker is my least favorite Doctor, and that's not her fault.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that she was sorely misused. She had so much potential as an actor. If you want to know what I think that her Doctor should have been like, listen to her interview with David Tennant on his podcast. David Tennant does a podcast with, because she's so funny. She's such a funny person, and she's like, just I'm not gonna like emulate her humor, but she's so funny a person, and none of that personality translated to her character, and that's just because they didn't give her anything to do, didn't give her anything to work with in her seasons, and by the time she was regenerating, they didn't still really know what kind of relationship she had with the other characters, and that's the worst part, to have the same characters for 4 seasons and still not know what to do with them at the end of it. And then also her character was really problematic. It was just so problematic in so many ways.
We'll leave it there. Well, your final question.
Okay.
What games are you excited to be released this year?
Oh.
For this person, it's Zelda Tears of the Kingdom.
Yes. Very excited for Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That's really... that's a big one. If it comes out this year, Hollow Knight Silksong, really excited for that. Because Hollow Knight is a great game. Hades 2, I don't know if that's coming out this year. I'm looking through my wish list now because otherwise I'm not going to remember it off the top of my head. Judas, which just got announced. I don't know if they're coming out this year though. I'm looking forward to a game called Pepper Grinder, which is coming out.
Is it about a pepper grinder?
No, I don't. I think her name, the character's name is Pepper, and she has a drill, and you drill through the sand to like shoot around and stuff. That's quite fun. There's a creepy boat game that I'm gonna play called Dredge.
Is that the title?
No, it's called Dredge.
Creepy boat game.
Creepy boat game. But you're a guy that drives a boat, and you have to go out and catch fish. But like when you stay out at night, like these eldritch horror Cthulhu type things could be out there, and you have to like avoid them and stuff. It's kind of like really kind of creepy in a like Stranger Things kind of way, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And then I'm playing God of War 2 right now. So excited for that. I think Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation is coming out this year. That's really exciting for me. A lot of indie games I'm really hyped for. But I can't remember any of them off the top of my head. I'm sorry. But yeah, those are...
Well, you just listed about 5.
All right, well, there you go.
They only wanted 1.
Well, I don't know if half of the ones I listed are going to come out this year, but if they do, that's what I'll be playing.
I know I said that was the last question, but I'm going to ask another question.
Okay.
Just to wrap it up and relate it back to me, because then it's all smooth and ties together.
Love it.
Do you think Tiara Bling should have a redemption arc?
I do, to be honest. I feel like... And this is just me because I think it was fun acting with you, but I think I think her coming into the studio and being like a more recurring character would be great. I think it would be a really good because she has potential for other
I
stuff,
think so too.
you know.
I'd like to learn what her name is as well.
Yeah.
Like her actual real life name.
Yeah.
Intrigues me.
Well,
maybe.
I won't
know.
talk about the plots that I think could work. But yeah, I think there's a lot of potential for Tiara Bling, and we will go more into that in your question video, which is going to be on my channel. Oh, look at that segue.
Yeah, so if you want to hear the questions that you guys asked Myles to ask me, you've got to watch it on his channel.
Yeah.
And the link will be in the description.
Yes.
Because I won't put this out until Myles has edited his as well.
No pressure.
So it'll be out in... It's 2024, guys. Happy New Year.
It'll be faster than that, I promise.
But yeah, that's it. Thank you for answering those questions.
Thank you for your questions.
For asking them, everyone. Did you enjoy the questions?
I did. It was really great. They were really great questions. Thank you to everyone that submitted them. All right.
If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and comment down below. And you can leave more questions in the comments because Myles is always lurking there. So maybe
I
he'll
have no
answer them.
life. I'm always on the internet.
And subscribe as well for more videos. And yeah, I'll see you soon. Or I'll see you on Myles' channel.
Yeah.
Go straight there. Goodbye. Or you might have come from there. In which case, hello. But see you soon. Goodbye, everyone.
Okay, goodbye.